Welcome to the Harmony at Home podcast. I'm Lauren. This is Kaylee.
Hi.
And today we are talking about friendship. Friendship in motherhood, friendship in postpartum, and how that whole dynamic changes. Because truly it does.
It does.
It's not always in the cute way of we grow through what we go through. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's complicated, and sometimes those friendships just don't actually survive.
Yep. Fact.
It's the friends who stop calling. It's the friends who cannot understand why you cancel things last minute. It's those friends who keep on inviting you to things, which is so lovely, but just not right now. Can't exactly go to a festival with a baby on my hip.
Yeah.
You know?
Although, have you seen them in those cute little earphones? I'd never, but very cute to look at.
Where there's a will, there's a way. But, it's also about sometimes those friends who just don't check in on you. How are you doing? How are things? How are you in this season of life?
Yeah.
Right? So if you've ever sat there wondering, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Just stop. It's a new chapter. Postpartum is basically, it's a whole new book. And sometimes certain people are not meant to join you on that
Journey.
And that's the reality. And that's not always the case. Sometimes people do and sometimes people don't. But I think we fall into the space of beating ourselves up about it. And it can be so, so hard. And that's why I think we got such an overwhelming response from our followers about this topic.
Yeah. From
Right.
various angles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think today we're talking about why friendship feels different after you've had a baby, how to stop pouring into relationships that simply don't feed you or nourish you anymore, and how to go about finding people who get it, right? So I think the whole idea is that we need to stop feeling guilty and start feeling supported by our circles.
And if you don't feel supported, it's time to give up the circle, girl.
Right?
So
But it's such a difficult decision to make.
It is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it doesn't fill your cup, you're running on empty. Your friendships are not filling your cup and they're emptying you, like they're drying you out even
Right.
more, like so that you're running on fumes.
I read something the other day, sorry, and this kind of ties back to the sleep thing, but it was saying that new mothers, you lose on average 700 hours of sleep in that first year. So when you say you're running on empty, like we're really
You
running
are
on empty.
literally running on empty. So if your friendships are not filling you back up, you need to drop that like it's hot. Like move on.
I think also in those early days, and sometimes I say early days, but sometimes it even extends, but there's such a loss of time when you become a mom. There's a loss of control.
Yeah.
I mean, when we are, working to our baby schedule, sometimes things are unpredictable, and maybe you're
Always they're unpredictable.
Right.
It's like you got to ride the wave all the time.
maybe you're meant to be at a braai at 3:00, and sorry, Blair's now having a nap, or her nap is extended.
Or she's having a fat meltdown and we
Or a
can't make it to
meltdown.
the birthday party. Like we had this last weekend.
Yeah.
Like it happens.
How did you navigate that? Because I know we touched on it yesterday when we spoke, and I thought it was so beautiful.
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
That it did not work out and we could not, I couldn't do that to her. She was in such a state.
Yeah.
And I think from past experiences dealing with certain personality types, I preempted this very negative response that I wasn't going to be able to make it. And I was just like, I've got to just say it. And this is a new dynamic of friends within my motherhood journey. Like we met while I was a mom.
Okay.
And she's a mom too. And I messaged her and I explained to her the situation, and I was so nervous that I had offended her, that I wasn't there. And she responded with such kindness and such grace. And she was like, dude, I've been there.
Sure. Yeah.
I understand. Don't stress at all. And I felt so relieved. And I was like, this is what I've been needing this whole time. And these people do exist.
Yeah.
And I think it's also phase appropriate though, because she's in the exact same phase that I'm at.
So she really truly gets
does get it.
Yeah.
I did not offend her in the slightest. But it's now I've realized that I can truly, totally, 100% be honest with this group of women, which
How
is
freeing is that?
Oh my soul. the weight off your shoulders. I just breathed a sigh of relief and then went to go and take a hot bath and have a cry. Because it was a rough day.
Right. But did you eventually end up going?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
And there's no effect on the friendship whatsoever.
Not at all.
She's got it.
Yeah. Not at all.
See, So beautiful.
It exists, guys. It truly does. It took me 34 years, but it does exist.
But I think also, and it's something we spoke about as well, is that sometimes we fall into this kind of, I need to make up a story because
that's the thing. I need to try and justify this so that they would be like, oh yeah, it's totally fine. Why can't we just be honest?
Right. It's so hard because I think we fall into this, this fear of like, what are they going to think? And, I don't know.
Is it a good enough excuse? That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, maybe I need to tell a white lie to get out of this because they're going to be so offended. But why do we change what we're going to do, change our story based on preempting their response?
Right.
Like, that's not right.
No. But I think, again, that also, circles back to, that fear of judgment. We don't, like, of ourselves. We don't want them to judge us. But in doing that, we're judging them.
Exactly.
We're not giving them the opportunities. So by not being honest.
And in that scenario, it was completely met with such grace.
Yeah.
And such understanding. Look, I've had it. This is a new journey of me just being honest. Like, I'll tell my friends, guys, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, cool, next time.
Yeah.
It doesn't always get received well by certain personality types. So let's just say that. Certain personality types just do not handle you just being tired.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an excuse for them.
And I mean, when we say that, that's not always, I want to be clear about this as well. They're not always non-moms. They're also moms.
They're also moms.
But maybe they're in a different
phase. Yeah, for sure.
Kids are older.
Yeah. And you've blocked it out because it's just so traumatizing.
Well,
And you're now getting the sleep that you needed. But it's not always received well. But if it's not, I think that's your answer.
Right. Yeah.
Like, if it's giving you anxiety, like,
for sure.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't be that way, especially when you got kids.
No, you can't be, like I said just now, like, there's a complete loss of time as well. We simply don't have the time to be falling down this rabbit hole, I think also another thing as well, what we lose in those early days is like, there's a loss of spontaneity as well.
Yes, you can't just be like, oh my God, come to this club. It's awesome. Great. I'm on my way.
Rolling out of bed at like 10 a.m. Let's go for mimosas.
Yeah.
Let's go and have it.
None of that. You plan ahead.
We
just had a girls' night.
Oh, yes. Was it the wig night?
The wig party.
The wig night. How cool is that?
I urge you guys to have a wig party. Everybody buy a wig, but not something like crazy and like green or rainbow, like a proper, like a hairstyle. And everybody's got to pick a wig out of the hat and you got to wear it the whole night. It's so fun. Like, who are we trying to impress? We've got a husband at home. Like, we just had a jewel. But
love it.
It was the wig party, and guess how long in advance we planned it? 2 months.
That's just the reality
We're
of
all
it.
a bunch of moms with small kids. Like, it is what it is.
But it's a time I think becomes so precious. And then, this might sound terrible, but I think do we become selfish with our time?
100%. I might offend somebody here. You're no longer my priority. My children and my family is my priority number one.
Yeah.
You may come second after perhaps my health.
Yeah. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow.
It is. And it's going to offend some people. But I think some people need to know this.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, there are people who do prioritize their social circles. They prioritize their friendships. And that's amazing. And that's what keeps them grounded. It keeps them going. It helps them in their journey. Shireen Wonderly's favorite word, journey. That was just for you. But others would rather, if they have time, reconnect with their husband, spend time with their family.
And one is not better than the other, or it's just who you are as a person, what feeds you. And I think it's just about recognizing that in yourself.
But it's not personal.
It's not personal.
And why are you taking it personally is
Right.
the question.
Something else that we actually spoke about yesterday as well is about also prioritizing those low maintenance relationships.
They're the best. Guys, if I can give you any advice going into motherhood, if you're pregnant now and you're going to be experiencing postpartum and motherhood in general, either have a conversation with your high maintenance friends or prepare for them to get really irritated because they're going to. It is what it is.
And that's the thing, is that those friendships kind of, I think they just naturally kind of drift.
Mm.
And then you either have a blowout where there's a confrontation, or the relationship just kind of dissipates.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But this is what I don't understand. And actually, funny enough, I just read Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory, and she speaks about this. Why is it that space away, not being, as connected as you used to, not chatting as often, why do you automatically become an enemy?
Interesting. Right.
I'll give you an example. So I have a friend from varsity, Tracy, love you. We very close in varsity, and after varsity as well. And then she got engaged and she got married, and she was in a different phase of her life.
Yeah.
And there were a few years where we didn't really engage with each other, send WhatsApps, chat, make plans. We were always like looking out for each other on social media, checking what everything's how everybody's doing. She then had her daughter. I then had Brody, and somewhere along the lines we reconnected. And if I tell you the day that I saw her, the years between the last time felt like days. Yeah. Felt like days.
So beautiful.
Yeah, and we just reconnected. We're in the same phase now.
Yeah. Just
because your phases don't match in the middle doesn't mean you can't continue when you eventually
do. Yeah.
You get into the same phase. And that was so beautiful to realize. It was literally like I had never not seen her.
Yeah. I love that. I had such a similar experience as well. I was one of the first in my group to have babies. Okay, 2 came along at the same time. Fine.
Shock horror.
And some of those friendships actually just, but it wasn't ugly. It wasn't anything. It was just we're in different chapters, different books, whatever. But as you say, as the years have gone, we've reconnected, and now it's it's so beautiful to actually reflect on that journey and go, like our friendship stood that test of time. Like we actually, even though we weren't together, it's okay. There's understanding.
But it's low maintenance. They don't have any expectation of you. And you don't have any expectation of them. Unless they get into hard drugs, then you're going to check them.
Well, then,
But other than that, it's such a hard thing because there are people out there who are higher maintenance, but their love language in a friendship requires your time and you to be very attentive.
Yes, yeah.
It's kind of difficult.
Right. I read something, and I've got it here in my notes as well, and it's about having fewer emotional calories to spend.
Oh, yes.
And it's true.
It is true. Sometimes you would rather not be in a social setting when you literally are a shell. You can't give to that person what they need in that moment. You can't fill their cup.
Yeah.
So what's the point in being around them? You're just going to drain them. So you're going to drain yourself even more.
Right. I wanted to ask you as well, just in terms of your experience about shifting kind of values. So do you still have friends who don't have children? Are there any friends in your circle? Okay.
Yes, I do. We don't see each other as often, but yeah, of course we do.
So there's, there's a whole shift in values, like where values maybe is a hard word, but, you are focusing on, family and routines and weaning and all of those kind of things. And maybe their conversations are still about going out if they're still dating or whatever. And, how do we meet in the middle there? I think it's very difficult.
It is very difficult.
You feel out of sync with one another.
But you're not enemies.
But this is it.
There's this, there's almost like this unspoken rule that if you're not connected, and Mel Robbins sort of speaks about these, thank you Mel Robbins for your service, she speaks about proximity and time. So when you're in school, you're constantly around these people. It's so hard not to make friends. It's so hard not to be friends. But then when you become a mother, you enter a different phase in your life, you start a new business, maybe you move. Proximity, time. You're not always around them.
Yeah.
And you don't always have time. So friendships do dissipate. But it's not, you're not all of a sudden foes because of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the misconception. Just because your values have changed and your priorities have changed doesn't mean that I don't love you any less.
Right. Yeah.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I just love my children a bit more. And this is the phase that I'm in right now.
Pouring into that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And a little patience, a little understanding.
I think that's what it boils down to, right? And I think from all aspects, from everyone involved, is that understanding. Maybe not even, it's difficult, I think, for people to understand if you're not in that phase. But then, as you said, patience.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I don't understand, but I love you. So I'm going to have a little bit of patience in this season.
But also a little bit of communication. It is not
about communication.
It's not about you. Like, I've had scenarios with friends where I've just had to say, like, it's not personal. It's not about you. I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, but it genuinely is not about you. I love you, and I just don't have time. But also, there are some moms, also in my DMs, about this topic, who are so tired of hearing that. Like, I've got one that I actually want to talk about.
Right.
I want to mention it because it's a different perspective. Here, I feel like I've lost almost all my friends since becoming a mom, and exactly as you say, more so after I had my second. My close friendships feel as if they have disintegrated overnight. Despite putting in a conscious effort, I find it bizarre as the woman I was best friends with before I had kids all had their kids around the same time. So our kids are all similar in age. It's bizarre and confusing. I always thought that going through similar life stages with kids, with like having kids at the same time, and all in similar ages, would bring us closer. No, girl. I can elaborate on that because it's supposedly common ground to share experiences and challenges with each other, but it's been the total opposite. Being a mom is hard, and I obviously get it having two small boys, but I'm also over the stage where I'm putting in all the effort and it's never returned, always with the excuse of life being hectic. So this is the other spec. The other side of it, where this mom is trying so hard with her friends because she prioritizes friendship. She needs that for herself. Her other friends are in different phases. They're prioritizing their kids, their family. You also don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Are they trying to reconnect with their husbands?
Right.
After a second baby is hard.
It is.
It is so hard. So it's interesting that I think it is a personality thing.
Definitely.
It's definitely a personality thing. And to accept as well that there are people who require attentive friendships.
Right.
But with having kids the same age, I'll give you an example. One of my best friends and I had our boys 4 months apart. That doesn't seem like a lot of time.
No.
Let me tell you, it's years.
Well,
when they are small.
Yes, exactly right.
When they are small, it is. And we were like, oh my God, we're having babies together. This is so exciting. We barely saw each other. Why? Because we were both in the trenches. We were both in the trenches.
Yeah.
Did it make us enemies? No. We were just in different phases.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing because when she was battling the tummy issues, the niggling, the sleep issue, I was out of that. So she needed friendships, phase appropriate friendships, which she got from BubHub. She made a whole bunch of mom friends. All their kids are literally days apart. And it was the best thing for her. And I find there's also a bit of like a pushback from friendships prior to your new mom friends.
Yeah.
They get a bit like, who are you now coming? This is my friend. No. But she needed to have those connections. And they're still friends. Yeah. I've met them. They're amazing. We all went to the wig party together. But in that phase, she needed mom friends in that. Right there. Newborn. Tiny, teeny, tiny baby. I could not be there for her for all of it.
Exactly. And it's okay. It's okay to have that branching out, and
it's absolutely, we're not enemies. She just needed that, and I accept that because it made her a better mom. It got her through that moment. I couldn't help her.
Yeah. And instead of having jealousy towards the new friends, it's actually appreciation.
Huge appreciation.
You were there in that capacity and filled that role that I just simply couldn't.
100%. So when you say like, oh, having friends in the same place, sometimes it works if they're very close in age, but also remember, you guys are both in the trenches at the same time. So both of you are trying hard to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not always sunshine and rainbows. You think, oh my gosh, you're having a baby with your friend. No, it doesn't always work out, eh?
No.
Especially when you're on a different nap schedule.
Oh my word.
I remember the boys were on a different nap schedule. So when the one was on a 2 nap schedule, mine was on a 1 nap schedule. And then when they were awake, mine was sleeping.
Yeah.
You never get to see each other.
Right.
So
I always used to be so envious of people who didn't follow the nap schedule and would just, live life. And
I tried to do that. And then Brody turned 1.
Right.
And I was like, I need a schedule right now.
Because, that's what I did. I planned my life down to the naps. Like, I can't go to this get-together because that's exactly when they're going to be napping. And
that sleep is so important.
Well, gosh, it's survival.
Is so important for them, but for you.
For you. Exactly.
That's your break.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, you've got to wash and sterilize bottles and clean up and do whatever. But that's your break away from having somebody. You had 2 somebodies in your arms.
Yeah. But I think it's also, it's about looking at the individual friendship and, that whole thing, like what is the saying? I'm going to get it wrong, but some friends are for a season.
A reason, a season, or a lifetime.
A season, a lifetime. Thank you. And it's okay to acknowledge that about certain people in your life.
But also appreciate if your friends are able to tell you if something's not working out for them. Appreciate that. I'll give you an example. So I recently had a scenario with a friend of mine, long term. I'm talking like over a decade long, and very close friend. And she just messaged me the one day and she was like, I can't be your friend in this phase of your life. So I'm out. But if you want to reconnect, I'll always be here. I've got to appreciate that I can't give her what she needs in a friendship. Yeah. Trust me, I had a very different opinion about this before I read the let them theory. I'll tell you that much. But I'm glad I've read it since then, because to see it from the other perspective, her having the confidence to say that for her, this is not working out. Yeah. And for me, making the constant plans, feeling the anxiety of having to be a certain way or be available when I can't, that wasn't working out for me either.
Yeah, that's exhausting as well.
But I won't lie, it hurt, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like a dagger.
A decade of friendship, and then to be met with that.
Yeah.
I suppose it also put you in a bit of a space where you were questioning yourself as well, going
like oh my gosh, I'm really a shit friend.
I'm a shit friend. Yeah, but I think as well, and I think it's like the knee-jerk reaction is to go, that was really cuck of her to send you that message. How could she not understand? But I think what we're saying is that, like, upon a bit of reflection there's actually emotional depth there in that friendship, that she actually was able to send you that message.
100%. I don't think I would have had the confidence. I would have just rode the wave.
Yeah.
If I was in her shoes. And she was like, I need to put a stop to this friendship now because it's not working out for me.
See, like in my initial response, I'm going, that's like a tantrum. But no, actually, if we look at it, she felt comfortable enough, close enough to you to be able to actually share that with you.
Yeah, and she needs some space away from me.
Space.
Did it make me question myself as a friend? 100%. Yeah. I was like, wow, I am really shit at this.
I don't think I'm a good friend. Gosh.
I think do you know what? Okay, can I tell you what friend I am? Can I tell you? And then you tell me.
Okay.
I'm the friend that does not make plans, okay? Because my anxiety, my brain goes, I don't want you to feel obligated to spend time with me when you 100% have something better to do. So I'm not going to make plans. But if you make plans, I'm game all the time. And my friends know this. I don't make plans, but I'm always game. What friend are you?
Gosh. I don't know. Like, I think it's something I've thought about, while we've been prepping for this. And I'm like I like to think that I'm there, but it's just so hard when you're spread so thin.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's like weeks go by before you're like, oh, I haven't checked in on you.
Yeah.
And it's not because I don't care.
But you're not going out of your way. Here's the thing, okay? You're not going out of your way going, I need to ignore this person for weeks on end and then I'll pop them a message when I feel. No, you forget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this. I forgot that Thank you, Taylor Swift. I forgot that you existed. No, joking. But it's not your priority.
It's like, just to use that analogy, but when you've got so many tabs open
yes, exactly.
on your computer, and it's like there's so many tabs, and then you even forgot that tab was open.
And then there's music playing in the background. You don't know where it's coming from as well. There's a virus spreading somewhere too, because, kids school. But it's not personal. I don't know how many times I have to say it. It's not personal. Maybe it's a communication issue.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got to say to your friend, this is the phase that I'm in. I don't have time for you. And I'm sorry, but it's not personal.
It's not personal.
And if you take it personally, and if this is not working for you, tell me now.
Yeah.
Because I have to prioritize myself.
Yeah.
I've got to prioritize my kids. Way more after the second baby, let me tell you. First, I still felt like I had a hold on
you've got a little bit of like leverage there.
Yeah.
I
had a bit of a hold on my social circle. Second baby, what social circle?
And it's the planning, and not like and that again circles back to what we said earlier about spontaneity. Spontaneity kind of flies out the window.
But it's also the mental load.
Oh, the mental load.
Like you may have children, but you may have forgotten.
Yeah.
I'm available on a Saturday. Say, for example, I've got time on a Saturday, but I can spend time with my husband and my kids. I'm going to do that. But at the same time, I'm thinking I've got to prepare those bottles, and I also have to sort out Blair's passport in the week. And where's her birth certificate? And I need to cut Brody's nails, and he really needs to go for a vaccination again. And where's his vaccination book? And should I start looking at primary schools? Maybe I should. When do school holidays start? When do they end? What am I going to do? Should I just set up a plate? This is my life. And if it's my life, trust me, it's your mom friend's life.
Yeah.
And somewhere in amongst that, I'm sorry, they're not going, oh, I should text my friend now.
Yeah.
They may think about it, and then the next thought pops into their brain, and they've completely forgotten. Just the same as there's that unspoken rule with a mom. If I read your message and I get distracted by my kids, I'm not responding because I've forgotten.
And it's okay.
It's okay. You're not my enemy. I'm not your enemy. And I think there's this expectation that you've got to constantly be, excuse the expression, up each other's asses all the time.
And everything to everyone. It's exhausting.
It is. But if you're the personality type who needs your friends to be constantly checking in on you and constantly putting you first, soz babes.
Yeah. Things are going to change.
Yeah, you're about to get a rude awakening.
Yep. I mean, there's a statistic here that it's 45% of new moms experience major shifts in their close friendships within that first year. And it's about mismatched emotional needs and availability. That's everything we're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, 45% is pretty huge.
That's huge.
You're right. And then there's another one that actually cites, over 60%. So, I mean, there's a huge discrepancy there. But, I mean, these numbers are big.
But let's say take between 40 and 60%. That's huge. Look, I did do a poll, on how many people have felt a shift and felt the difference, and how many people haven't, they're still super popular. 2 out of 400.
Wow.
400 voted, I need to talk about this topic because shit's different. Right. And 2 were like, nah, still super popular. I was like, good for you, girl. Good for you.
Is that a case of ignorance is bliss? Or
I don't know. Maybe they got really low maintenance friends and they lucked out early in life.
Right. But this is it, the talking about being enemies and that. It's not about betraying the friendship.
No. But maybe it's a conversation that needs, what's your expectation of me? Maybe that's the thing. Just like you have the conversation with your husband. What are our expectations of each other in this first couple of weeks of parenthood?
Yeah.
What do you need to do?
No one tells us to have that conversation with a friend.
No, because it's not your priority.
No.
But if you've got a high maintenance friend that you'd like to hold on to,
best you
start having that conversation now. Because things are about to change big time. Yeah. And the problem is you're under so much pressure as it is. Postpartum's hard. Your friend's going to put even more pressure on you. And you're going to be in a state, let me tell you. Been there.
You just it's we just don't need that extra pressure and anxiety.
No, we don't. But again, it's not personal.
It's not personal.
Yeah. Stop making it about you. It's not about you. Okay?
There was another comment here about, when we go through such a massive life change, which is a massive life change, becoming a mom, our inner circle, so our close family, like our immediate family, and that actually even shrinks because that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So our outer circle, so our friends and that, it's only natural if that inner circle is becoming even more closed off, then the outer circle is going to fade away, drop off altogether.
Yeah.
It's a kind of like a natural thing that happens, and it's not intentional. But I think it's really also about survival in those early days.
For sure. So I wanted to mention another message that I got. Where is she now? There's so many.
There were a lot.
There's
right?
so many.
A lot.
Yeah. I'm currently experiencing this during my pregnancy. And it's so hard because the same people I poured into during their pregnancies have literally done zero pouring into me, and it really sucks. I'm sorry you're going through that. That does suck. But the people you poured into are now moms.
Yeah.
And they have zero time, and they barely have autonomy, and they are pressured every single day. And it's hard. It's hard to pour into your friends when you can barely pour into yourself.
Yeah.
So it sucks that 100% does. But
yeah, it's like it hurts.
It does.
It really
hurt.
does. Yeah.
But it's not a tit for tat.
But friendship should never be tit for tat.
No, but I feel like it is. I feel like there's a lot of people who think it should be.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be.
No.
Unless you're the exact same person going through the exact same life, path, with the exact same people around you, the exact same financial freedom, the exact same car, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It doesn't work like that.
But communication is so important.
It's hard though.
It's very hard.
It is hard. Because I've only just started the whole, let me just tell them the truth of what's going on. Like I've got friends who I'll just be like, guys, I can't. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Or guys, I really just want to spend time with the family. And they're like, next time, see you then. We'll send you photos.
But that's your safe space.
But then I get other friends who don't receive that well. So then again, it's that, do I need to make up something for them to be okay with this?
But I think it's
when you find yourself doing that, it's done.
Then it's done.
It's not for you, girl.
But it's really about, again, something we've touched on as well, is that, being confident in that decision. That Saturday when you couldn't make that party, social arrangement or party because of Blair, you had to step up as a mom. Blair needed you in that situation. And then you were confident enough in that decision. And
I had to put her feelings and her needs ahead of mine. I wanted to be at this party. I wanted to go and see my friends. I wanted to go and celebrate her children. But I had to put Blair first.
Yeah. And that's the sacrifice that we make, right?
And it's actually something that Rachel, Small Talk with Rach, spoke about in our first podcast. Be so confident in your decision that anybody's opinion doesn't even touch you.
No.
Doesn't affect you at all. Doesn't trigger you.
But that's growth. That's growth.
It takes time though. Whew. And a lot of practice.
It does.
That was probably my third time ever just being like, this is what's going on. Sorry, but did I feel bad? 100%. Yeah. And then being met with such grace, I was like, okay.
And you would have felt 100 times worse.
This is my person.
Exactly. But you would have felt 100 times worse had you lied about it.
Exactly.
White lied about it.
Or had I gone and had Blair in such a state the whole time.
And that, exactly. So sometimes these difficult decisions have to be made.
Yeah.
And it's not personal.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So with the comments that we got from people, there was also another interesting one that I got, and it was about, and I'm hoping I'm phrasing it correctly the way she worded it, but like almost being thrown into, now you and your mom, and you've been thrown into certain social situations and almost forced into making these new friends who aren't really your friends, but well, okay, we're in the same season. Do you understand what I'm getting at though? Like, okay, so I'm trying to think. I don't have my phone to have a look at her message, but it was basically like she the husbands are friends, and she has now sort of, the wife has kind of become her friend, like through default.
Yeah.
Right. And it feels forced and it feels sticky, but this woman is showing up for her and she's being such a great friend, and she's like, but I don't know if I feel the same way.
Let your guard down. This person wants to show up for you, let them.
I like that.
That's beautiful. Like, you don't understand how blessed you are with that.
Would you have picked this person? No, but she's come into your life path for a reason.
There's a reason.
A reason, season.
Lifetime. Exactly.
Right.
Drop your guard. Let her in a bit.
Why is it so hard for us to do that, though?
I think we've been burnt in friendships. That's why it's hard. Because people don't trust very easily.
Like if someone is being so nice to me and going out of their way to accommodate me, to be my friend.
What's your intention?
What's your agenda?
Yeah.
We have that
automatic. It does go through your mind. Like, if this person is genuinely just wanting to be there for you, how freaking amazing. Drop your guard, girl.
Yeah.
Let her in.
I love that. Because there's like such resistance. It's like, well, you're not the person I would have chosen.
Yeah.
But you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Drop your guard. I think that's wonderful.
But maybe you focusing on who you could choose is the reason why you didn't have somebody like this. It needed to be somebody completely different than what you've had. And you don't know how to look for that person because you've never had it.
Deep. I love that.
Yeah, you've never had it, so you don't know what to look for. Let them come to you.
Yeah. Love that.
I love that for her. Hey?
Insightful.
Sometimes I come out with pearlers.
But what does your friendship circle look like these days?
These days, very low maintenance. Very low maintenance. All moms with small kids. And we know that if we have a play date with the kids, we're not going to catch up. We're going to be running wild. But we don't hold anything against each other. We let everybody just do what they need to do for survival. And we all know that it is not personal.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a situation where I feel anxiety towards somebody, like I have to show up in a certain way that I can't, I need to walk away, which is hard.
And I think that's it. We have to examine those friendships who make us feel like where we feel uncomfortable. Are we there out of loyalty? Are we there out of guilt?
It's been so long. How could I just walk away from this?
Are we there out of habit? You know, and sometimes we do need to take stock of those relationships and go, is it serving me? Is this healthy for me in this current state, you know, or current phase of my life? It's okay to take stock. I think it's good to take stock.
So I was listening to a TikTok, and it's this guy, Youngblood. He's like a rock star. He's like
actually I've seen. Yes.
Hey. Right?
Right.
Okay. So we know. He was talking about when you fall in love with somebody, you need to prepare to fall in love with them multiple times because they're never going to be the same person you married or the same person you fell in love with. And the same is true for friendships. If you can look at your friends right now and say, I will love them through every phase of their lives. Unless you start doing something dodgy, then I might host an intervention. But if I can love you through every single stage of your life, this is perfect. And just like my friend who walked away, she was not prepared to be my friend.
Yeah.
She had no idea how to be my friend in the phase that I'm in.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, I think it's also we're allowed to grieve our friendships for what they were.
Yeah, because back in the day, single, having a Joel, spontaneity, there were such good moments. And sure, you know, we spent a lot of our motherhood journey together. But if it doesn't serve you, and on the same breath, I need to take accountability. I don't make plans. And that's something she needed. She needed that security to know, like, I am still thinking about, and I do want to spend time with her, but I'm not the person, I've never been the person that goes out of my way and makes plans, especially if I'm absolutely bloody exhausted.
In your opinion, is the friendship closed off, or do you think you could circle back to it in a couple of months, years?
I don't know. I think that's for her. The ball is entirely in her court because she's walked out.
Yeah.
And I just have to let it. I've got to let it be.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think it sounds like you've gotten to a place where there isn't any resentment.
Not at all. Not at all.
And hopefully from her side as well.
Yeah. This is what she needs. I respect that. Just the same as like my friend who made new friends in her newborn motherhood journey.
Yes, yeah.
There's no resentment. I don't all of a sudden like stake claim to her, like, no, my friend. I am so appreciative of them, and I'm so appreciative of what they did for her. And I mean, I've met them. They're amazing human beings.
Yeah.
So there's no animosity. You know, I think there's so people have so much animosity when it comes to their friends. It's like, my friend, nobody else's.
Yeah.
They stake claim to these people. Why can't you just be happy that they are happy?
Yeah.
Be happy that people are helping them in a moment. And it
That's
doesn't even have
friendship.
to be. It doesn't even have to be in motherhood. Just in general. If somebody's met like a work friend and they've gelled so nicely and they go out for drinks, and be happy that is what they. If they're happy, you should be happy too. And if you're not, maybe we need to look inward.
That's another conversation. Right. Another comment that I got, which was quite interesting, complete flip side, was from a non-mom who felt that, you know, she was excluded from her mommy friends
because she's not a parent.
But and her words were, I'm good enough to come to the birthday parties, I'm good enough to buy presents and spoil the kids, but when it comes to family outings and family getaways, I'm not invited because I'm not a mom.
That's hard.
That is hard. So I think it's also about looking inward, taking accountability, especially for our non-mom friends.
Yeah.
You know, for whatever reason, they don't have children. Whatever reason, we need to still include them.
Yeah.
Let them make the decision where they feel more comfortable to be.
Especially if they're there for your children. They love your children so much. Like, that's rare. You know? And sure, maybe they'd never want to become a parent.
Yeah.
Maybe they are on the road to that. Maybe they're not there yet.
Yes, yeah.
But still include them, because they're going to get there.
Yeah.
And they're going to need the support too. But I also think that there's this, and I make the same mistake too. I don't vent to my non-mom friends.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they don't understand.
Yeah.
But they'll still be there for you.
Yes.
Because what do you want?
Yeah.
You want somebody to be there for you. You want somebody to listen to you. They're still going to do that. Just because they can't relate.
But that's true friendship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guilty of that, I think, like in the past where I've hesitated sharing anything motherhood related with my non-mom friends because I'm like, oh, they won't get it. But again, judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might not get it, but they love me and they will understand and support me.
For sure. I also had a comment where she was basically talking about how she's just had a baby and her friendships seem a bit superficial now. And it makes me realize, it makes me think back. When I was postpartum, all I did was talk about my children. That's all I did. Your non-mom friends, they can hear about your kids to an extent.
Yeah.
Accept that.
Yeah.
I literally had a friend say to me, okay, this was wrong, but this is just the way she was. But I'm going to give you 3 more months to talk about only him, and then you need to be done.
Did she say that?
Like,
how did that feel? How did that land?
It landed fine at the time, and then my drive home, I was like, hang on. That's actually, I don't like that. But your non-mom friends can only stand to hear about it so much. So maybe try and talk about something other than your baby.
But that's good for you as well.
It's so good for you. Because you're still your own person.
Yes,
Talk about the new beauty product that you found. Talk about, Clicks is having a sale. Or, something other than motherhood. You need to step outside of it occasionally. But also if you're feeling like your friends don't support you at all and don't want to hear about your kids at all, that's not okay. You need to now make the decision whether you want to accept that or not. And you don't have to. Just because you don't have to.
Yeah. So I think talking about friendship, it's important to look at the aspect of loneliness as well, because, those early days can feel incredibly lonely.
So lonely.
But when we're surrounded by people, but it still feels very lonely. And it's just an interesting aspect.
But that's why I was so appreciative for like mom groups, like the supportive mom groups. Like most people say, you go to Bab Hub for the kids. Nope, it's for us.
It's not about, it's the community.
I still have my original mom friend group from when Brody was a newborn, and we still chat often, and they were the reason why I got through, because I was the first one to have the baby and I needed that community. So when you say like, I'm going to do Bab Hub for my child, or I'm going to do this baby class for my it's not, it's barely about them. Yeah. It's about you. You need to make friends. You need to stop feeling so lonely. And yes, it's still, there are moments where you feel lonely, but every single person in that class is days, as small as days different. Yeah. They are 100% in your same phase. Yeah. It makes you feel a lot less lonely.
Right. It's not, it's like we think of it as a nice to have. It's nice to have this group. It's nice to go to this.
It's so needed.
It's a necessity. Just again, looking at the stats with, postpartum depression and anxiety and all of that. If we have that sense of security, that sense of community, it lessens, look, you could still be, in the throes of it, but it softens that experience.
100%.
Just having that community.
And they get you through. They do.
Yeah. It's so important for us to, we've got to take responsibility. Yes, we're busy. Yes, our time is, yes. All these things that we've mentioned. But, I think there is a level of responsibility that we have to take.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm guilty of not making plans and, friendship as an adult is very intentional. Friendship as a kid in school, it's like a default because you're around each other all the time. But when you're an adult and you're out of school and it is so intentional. You actually have to make it work if you wanted to. But if it feels hard, it's not for you.
Yeah.
If it feels easy, you've met your group. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I've had many friendships that just feel hard to, I've got to be a certain way when I don't have the energy. I've got to, show up on a certain level when I don't have the energy. I feel anxious about every decision I make. That's not okay.
Yeah.
There are friendships out there that will serve you a lot better.
But you got to put yourself out there.
You do.
As well.
But also if somebody comes to you, let them in.
Suss it out.
Yeah. Suss it out first. But if they are genuine.
But I think also another aspect of this is identity. And we do go through an identity shift as mothers.
Yeah.
Who am I in this space?
Yeah. I'm just a mom right now because all I can do is talk about my children. And I'm pissing people off.
Right.
I've pissed off so many people. Well, one or two.
But it's uncomfortable, that identity shift that we go through. It's just, it's raw. It's a whole body. It's just, I don't feel comfortable in my body. I don't, maybe you don't want to go out anymore because you feel uncomfortable in the clothes.
I don't know what to wear.
I don't know what to
wear. I only wear tracksuits, That's 100%. It's such a struggle to navigate. So also be mindful of what's going on with your postpartum friends.
Yeah.
Like there may be a lot more going on than what you can see on the surface, like a struggle with your self-esteem, how you look. I may not want to go out because I don't want to be seen out.
You know, my clothes don't fit me.
That was me for the first, I would say, 6 months of Blair's life. I did not want to be seen out.
Yeah.
So invite me, I'm probably going to say no.
But then come to me.
But I needed to be the person to communicate that, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So I could not be upset if they didn't, you know?
Yeah.
They got to know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And if they choose to help you through it and, you know, meet you halfway, amazing. But they got to know. So that's where the accountability comes in.
Right. There is a level of that. Yeah. That we need to be aware of. And so looking forward, you know, like we're sitting in different parenting phases, and I can say sort of, you know, okay, I don't want to say sitting on the other side, but sitting on, you know, this side of the fence where I'm at with the ages of my kids, you know, those friendships in those early days that took a bit of strain, they do kind of come back, but through being intentional about it, communicating. So it's not all or nothing. It's not everything is lost. It's, you know, it's just, sometimes it's just time. It really is.
Do you struggle with time with friends?
I do, because life is just
Hectic.
busy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for everybody, for differing reasons. And then, you know, when you said that comment about someone else saying that they were tired of the
complaint, like, oh,
the busy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So yeah, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like, I know I need to see this person, but oh God, I'm so tired. And okay, but my friendship needs us. So I'm going to go and do that and give of myself. So it's about balance, right? And balance is hard.
Balance is hard. But also I accept that not everybody's got the same values as you. Not everybody's got the same priorities as you. And just accept people for that. But it isn't personal.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
I think if one of the takeaways is, unless they've told you, it's not personal.
It's not personal. And I think it's also just about like having different conversations and, you know, just trying and being forgiving as well. Like we make mistakes. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know. Sometimes I think men have it so much easier.
I think they do, because they're so chilled. Like my husband and his friends, they all live so far away. Like the ones in New Zealand, the other, and they still chat to each other. They still make plans. They, you know, and they don't hold anything against each other. They don't get emotional about anything. It's like, okay, bro.
Yeah.
No, they won't talk for 3 years, and then suddenly I went to school with this guy. How's it, man?
Right?
It's such a dude thing. They are so chilled. My husband's like that, but he's also like me. He doesn't make plans, but he's always keen. So we're
perfect.
We're terrible.
Oh gosh, but like sometimes, did you ever find in your journey where, so I know you said just now that your one friend said to you, I'm giving you 3 months to talk about this and then it's done. Did you ever find though that also maybe it was on the flip side also all that people wanted to talk to you about was the kids, you were like, I'm still a human.
Yeah. But also at that phase that I was in, I was a new mum. I wanted to talk about him. I did want to talk about him because that was my identity. He was my identity. Yeah. I didn't want to talk about the fact that I was, you know, I had a big scar and I had lots of loose skin and I was feeling like I wasn't myself at all. And I don't want to talk about the hard things. I want to talk about the great things. And that was Brody. So it did put a lot of pressure on me to be myself again. Yeah. You know, be my own person. So I think if that's what she meant, kudos, but that delivery was hardcore. Let me tell you.
That would have like sent me like, what?
Yeah, that delivery was wild. People aren't offended by what you say. It's how you say it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we need to be mindful of tone.
Yeah,
tone is
a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think also if we're looking at like tips for moms in this space where they're feeling out of sync with their friends, with their old friends, maybe uncomfortable with the new set of moms that they're trying to, you know, create some sort of relationship with. You know, the tips, maybe there's some tips that we can give here just in terms of, like we said earlier, like lower your expectations, lean in, like don't judge people on face value, right? Like lean in and see, maybe there is something different, unique and beautiful that this new friendship has to offer.
Yeah.
But I think it's also going for like low, like we said, low maintenance plans as well. You know,
Plan ahead. I do. I have to.
I saw this beautiful community, and I forget what they're called, but they actually go, it's a bunch of moms, and they go on walks together, and I think they're in Cape Town.
Yes. I saw that, and they all got their carriers, and they do their thing.
Yeah.
How flippin' stunning.
Yeah, I thought that was quite cool. I would have loved to have been part of something like that. Yeah.
I would have as well.
Yeah.
But no, less 13 kilos. I can't lump that thing around. Love you, babes, but
that girl.
Yeah. But I think it's also to be mindful. Like, I can only speak on my experience because as a postpartum mom, I wasn't thinking about what my friends were doing for me. I did not care. It was more about them needing something from me. But there are moms out there who have even the smallest expectation of their friends to be there for them. Communicate it.
Yeah.
And if they still don't, let it fizzle out.
Yeah.
But I urge you, as a new mom, go to these like baby classes. Not even for the baby. Just meet moms that are on the same phase as you.
Yeah.
I know it's hard. Like, I have such social anxiety. Stacey came with me to my first Bub Hub class because I was scared to be in a room full of strange people. She was like, hey, it's okay. I'm going to drive you. You're going to be okay. I'm going to sit right behind you.
Oh, I love that.
Because she just knows that I don't do well with new people. And it makes me very anxious. So if you're like me, just deep breath, get through it. They're some of the best friends I have. So,
and I think it's okay to also sit and ask yourself the question of, what are you craving right now in friendship? Are you looking for that deep connection? Are you looking for someone who's going to get you through like motherhood survival? Are you wanting someone to laugh about, you know, like pumping, because that is just, you know, like what is it that you need? And then lean into that. You know, see where you can get it from, and just being sort of real with yourself about where you're at, lowering your expectations, lowering expectations from other people, and just riding the season.
Yeah. And if they can't give you what you need, they're not your enemy. It's just the phase that you're in. And if they need to walk away, let them.
Yeah.
I know it hurts. Trust me, it hurts. But you got to do it for them, and you got to do it for you.
I think what we've managed to kind of cover in this episode is that it's not just about friendship. We've talked about identity. We've talked about grief. We've talked about connection and the importance of it. And I think it's so beautiful because it's friendships. Friendships are so important. I think that's why it struck such a chord with so many people, because they don't just support you. I think sometimes in these tough seasons, they really can save us.
Yeah. Because when you're at home, you're a wife, you're a mother. When you're with them, you're yourself.
You're you.
You don't need to be wife and mom for however long it is. You can just be you. You can let your hair down. You can be spontaneous, you know. Oh, today I'm going to order a chai instead of a cappuccino. That's about as spontaneous as I am. But they are important. But if it's hard, it's probably not the friendship for you. It shouldn't drain you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make you feel anxious. A little patience, a little understanding goes a long way.
And forgiveness for yourself and for them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kaylee.
Thanks,
Well, today was really beautiful.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got any questions or comments, just DM us. We'd love to hear from you guys.
For sure.
Awesome. Okay, we're out. Bye.